It's very much as in the other asset classes. The opportunity for us in fixed income is in European high yield. I think high yield in both the US and Europe is something we've liked. I think there's quite a bit of positive sentiment around Europe. So we think that's, the high yield space, of course, is where a lot of opportunities, particularly if we see this appetite for risk continue. And indeed, if we see yields, actually creep higher in the process, we think that's a particularly good place to be if you're a bond investor.
Okay, so European high yield. And would you hold that argument going into the second round of the elections and also coming out of that election if Macron wins?
Yeah, we would. I think the broader argument has really been one that high yield bonds are interesting because, regardless of whether we get a really good outcome, they're positive correlated with equity. So as long as, assuming Macron becomes president, there's a good outcome for markets, good outcome for risk, usually good for high yield bonds. But what we like about high yield bonds in Europe and the US is that even if we get a bit of scaling back in reflation expectations, the kind we've seen, in the US, for example, that's an environment which high yield is also a good place to be. So it's almost a very nice sweet spot in this world where risk appetite's improving, but we're not sure if we're completely out of the woods.
What's your view on emerging market bonds? Is that also a place that you would be overweight?
Not overweight as yet, but we're definitely paying more attention to the local currency space. If you look around the world, if you stay away from the dollar space and look at local markets for a moment, yields are actually quite interesting. At an index level, they're in the 5 to 6% region. I suppose what's kept us away so far is a worry that dollar gains might wipe out all of that yield. But with the dollar, in our view, we've definitely become a little bit more sort of, range-bound in our dollar outlook. And I think that certainly makes this look much more interesting. So something we're paying more attention to, but not quite an overweight just yet.